Back at the Brookfield Square Mall, located in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Beautiful day out today. Just going into the entrance over here, and you can totally see just as we get closer. Just love the nostalgia look. This reminds me of the 80s. You just wonder what's gonna happen to malls that once were just like the place you went for everything. Just taking a look here at this entrance. Just such an iconic look. Pretty empty mall right now. The stores are still closed, but I imagine they will be opening up very shortly. Welcome to another Walk and Talk as of recording of this Saturday, June 10th, 2023, about 10 o'clock in the morning. The mall just opened. Today embarks another week of the sales going on with iiRcade Direct. And a big shout out to Michael B. the Game Genie. Just posted that the sale is extended through June 16th, 25% off select games. So we will see if any other games are on sale or if it's the same we've been seeing, along with that 50% off of Mayhem Brawlers. Also, Steps Gaming shared this post, Bill's Retro Gaming, and as of this morning, Papa Brad's Gaming created a post. So most of us are aware of the sale extending, and I just wanted to pass that along. We have one more week to pick up games 25% off. But here's where it gets pricey if you're looking for an actual iiRcade machine. Amazon $5.99 just for the bar top. And just seeing this for the first time, the Retromania is actually sold out at Best Buy. I wonder if there was some late last minute price matches that Best Buy acknowledged through the iiRcade site. $5.99 for the entire unit versus the $5.99 just for the bar top on Amazon. These are going to be hard to find. You wonder if some of them will show up here and there. We saw some OG NBA jams like show up in Wayfair a couple of weeks ago, along with, I heard a story of a gentleman actually picking up a Star Wars, the original one, at a Best Buy, like they just found it in their warehouse. So there's a chance that some of these will surface again, but they might be pretty hard to find in iiRcade. And just to confirm, these are sold out on iiRcade Direct. The $2.99 finally sold out the remaining cabinets they have, and the only thing physically besides games we can get from iiRcade right now is that premium tempered glass screen protector for $49. Now it does say pre-order if you click on here, but if there wasn't any available, I'm sure it would have that sold out. So this is the only physical thing, along with their merch, their apparel, besides the games that are currently on sale. From one mall to another, we're gonna go to a Southridge Mall, which is about 20-25 minutes away from here, and there's a unique store that we're stopping at next. Our next stop brings us to Greendale, Wisconsin. Another iconic 80s look. This was actually a Boston store as well at the Southridge Mall, located in Greenfield, Wisconsin. I'm gonna walk in through the main entrance here. Now, thanks to the Cornercade, there's a retro store, very unique collectible store here we're gonna check out. And this mall is a lot more livelier than the Brookfield Square Mall. I'm gonna run into Happy 8 Collectibles. Should be some really good stuff in here. Here's what to know about Happy 8 Collectibles. How to reach them, look them up online. The owner's very cool. Just talked to him about filming in here. A lot of cool stuff. Look at this Batcave. Actually, from '89, I had this one. The classic Michael Keaton. Too bad that price. $25 for the Batmobile. The Joker. But yes, the Batcave. This one of the best. Superman. A lot of cool stuff in here. Now, Cornercade said, you know, you gotta check this out. There's some good stuff. I didn't realize it was gonna be this good. Just the nostalgia with Batman, the Joker, Michael Keaton, George Reeves, Superman. That Batcave. $250. Look at the Batwing up here. I had this one too. Such a great toy line. Other than those 84 Kenner, when this came out and they kind of re-brought back the the Justice League. It was cool. Plenty of Batman stuff from the Batman animated series, which might be one of the best cartoons along with that Justice League from the early 2000s. The sign, some good sales going on here. Probably picked something up because he was very cool on letting me film in here, but this, I will keep my eye on this. The classic Justice League sign. Is it for sale? $15. And this is what I was referring to from 1989 when we saw that toy line from Batman 89 with Michael Keaton Batman, Jack Nicholson Joker. The DC Comics superheroes, and I had quite the collection, and they just practically identical to those 84, 85, 86 molds. And when you see some of these on eBay, you know, you think you're getting the original. Chances are you're probably getting these. Lex Luthor's $20. It's a ton of X-Men. That 90s X-Men. Love the logo. X-Force. I do have X-Force Volume 1. Trying to see if we find any cool Wolverine stuff here. And these are the figures we've been seeing at Target popping up. Coming hard to find, so when you see these Marvel Legends, I mean, $20 here. I want to say they were $9.95 originally at Target, maybe $14.99, but you know, prices only go up on these. A ton of X-Men. It's Sabretooth. Going back to, I want to say, the Toy Biz line. So we're probably going to 1995 here, just looking at all of what was available in 95. Such an awesome time. This store could be very dangerous. A lot of good stuff. They got G.I. Joes. The Castle of Grayskull up here. So this is the newer one. So new for 20. I'm trying to get this without the glare. New for 2021. Trying to read the price. It's looking like $130 for Castle of Grayskull. They do have the Battle Armor He-Man with Battle Cat. Some more G.I. Joe up there. The pop figures, which we're seeing a lot of, and here's the deluxe Battle Cat. This is something we would have saw at a Target, at a Walmart. And then, you know, this is what we see in those collectible area at Target. Some of the Ninja Turtles, like there's Master Splinter, there's Crane. Different take, look at Orko, on those figures from the past. Man at Arms. I was wondered in the cartoon why he had the mustache, the toy. Never had that mustache. It's Panthro. This would be Lucky's favorite. Or Panthor, I thought it was Panthro. Panthor. Lucky's favorite, of course. And then this is original. Your old case for the figures. This is something that, you know, a true collector would absolutely love to have. I'm trying to find a price here. It's like $20 if I can get this to show up here. 20 bucks. Not bad. I've seen some cool stores, some nostalgia stores. The variety that I'm seeing here, look at the Tick. I mean, this is stuff that I never saw. I did have this original Ecto 1. $30. This is the kind of stuff that you just forget about. A lot of Simpsons stuff. Did see some Power Rangers. Kind of a newer lineup. Looks like you can swap out. Ninja Turtles had theirs. Shredder. Crane. Casey Jones pop figure. A lot of sports nostalgia here. The starting lineup lines, going from basketball, football, baseball. There is a sister company at Gurney Mills, which is just outside of Chicago, if you're familiar with the area, close to where Six Flags Great America is, that we probably stop at. See how that compares to what they have here. And this actually might be the original turtle. So for $50, you have a Raphael from 88, 89. I mean, you just see how old this box is. $50 for that's not bad. You see Michelangelo. Looks like they're all $50. My first turtle was Leonardo, there's Master Splinter. My second was Donatello. That's when I learned about sales tax. I had $3 in my wallet, and after tax it was $3.15, so I did not walk out with Donatello that day. There's the Foot Clan. Here's an actual OG of He-Man, and that's a toy line that I had a ton of as a kid. It's just amazing. Look, all originals here. It's amazing everything we go through. It's like you go from He-Man to G.I. Joe. It's kind of like that. G.I. Joe was kind of like the older kids' toys. Some original Transformers here. There's Skeletor. And we were talking about the Toy Biz figures right over where the X-Men were over there. These are them from 94, 95, $15. You have the Wolverine. I just saw the Punisher over here. I mean, I had these toys. This is the same, probably came out a little bit after those DC ones where we saw that Lex Luthor by the Michael Keaton Batman 89. Just forget about these guys. This Dick Tracy. Another pose of the Punisher here, but yeah, that Wolverine, and this was the one that I had the retractable claws. The Wolverine that came out before in the 80s was the yellow and like brownish, orangish color, and you had to put the claws on him. The Secret Wars figures. And when we were looking at the Ultimate Warrior about a week ago, I was trying to compare that figure, the packaging. This is what I meant. It was like the Gumby figure. You could bend these around. You see Wolverine here for $10. I remember I had a Silver Surfer, a Spider-Man, and they didn't cost much at the time. It's Cyclops. Some of these gosh, I don't remember seeing these, but you know, in the 90s, the Cyclops, you'd have the hair would be loose. You know, you wouldn't have that classic X. This reminds me of that game, Spider-Man and the X-Men, where you're fighting that arcade guy. This is how Cyclops looked in that game. Just noticed this shirt. Just classic. You can see some of these. That is cool. And plenty of those pop figures. Just a complete wall of them. Trying to see if we can find that Knight Rider that I saw at Half Price Bucks, Michael Knight with Kit. I wouldn't be shocked if we did come across it here. There's so much to go through. Here's that classic Michael Keaton Batman with the Joker. You know, we just saw $40. We just saw that one exclusive at Walmart last week. Superman right here. It's just unbelievable how the Michael Keaton Batman, after all of these years, just comes back. If there's any movie I'm super excited to see, it is The Flash, which I refer to as Flashpoint. This might very well be the first home arcade driving game. $30. You know, you can get this, you can get Fast and Furious. And the Batman phone. Looks like the Val Kilmer Batman Batmobile. Yep. You have the original Millennium Falcon here. You know, getting this at Christmas, just look at how happy he is. I mean, we would have been that same enthusiasm. Luke Skywalker. Things you forget about, the things you come across. Just aisles and aisles. I mean, there's been retro stores, again, that I've been to, that it's going to be, I don't know if it's even going to be worth it after coming here. Just there's so much stuff to point out. I haven't seen this in a long time. This might be for the win right here. Voltron, and reliving here. I did have Voltron, and you know, if you remember, that chrome on the legs would come off. This looks like a smaller one, so I don't think any of these would detach. but Voltron, Defender of the Universe. All the cats come off. We got the Power Rangers here. Their gun, which turned into that sword. I did have that. I'm looking for the Morpher. There's the Green Ranger. I'm just geeking out here. I don't know if that's $90 for the Green Ranger. Remember when he pulled that out, it was about to get real. You could buy some of these loose. You know, I thought maybe I did see that Voltron spaceship one. I saw something back by Transformers, and that might have been what that was. Thundercats. This doesn't bring back memories. I mean, just Lion-O there, Panthro. Mumra. You know, if they had that sword here, I remember it'd be a tough one not to walk away with that. Just, man, that dagger, the dragon sword. Unopened packages here. You got Batman Returns. Dick Tracy. I mean, just, you know, this is something I would have picked up. Seems like a lifetime ago. Along with some sports cars, you have Star Trek. Engage. The Cornercade did tell me where the Arcade1ups were here. You got to check them out. And if you look, the Galaga is sitting on the Golden Tee riser. They must not have actually had, I mean, looking at Final Fight here, they must not have had a Final Fight riser. I mean, it would have that generic, which we just saw at Walmart. Currently, it looks like there's one at every Walmart. So if you're interested in a riser for $59, I just saw them, and I mean, they're becoming scarce. Just looking at what a used Final Fight is going for here. Remember, they don't have the deck protectors on here. Still feel those sticks when you're supposed to touch. And, you know, the marquee didn't light up on these, on the Final Fight or the Galaga. I had to see these, and this is going to bring me into our next topic at Best Buy. When's the right time to pick up on sales for Arcade1up, or home arcades for that matter? They also have a Simpsons here, and all three of these are $5.50 each. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about sales that happened at Best Buy. I wanted to check out this store, which was actually an old Disney store. And the gentleman told me, gives it away with these glass domes here. Like, this is the actual, you know, Disney store when you walk up there. I didn't notice it. I don't come to this mall a lot, which is just like an actual mall than what we just saw at Brookfield Square. But the nostalgia, you see Schwarzenegger back there. Really cool stuff. Return of the Jedi. See the Schwarzenegger here, if you can get past the glare. The Red Ranger. Classic Superman. I mean, there is something here for everybody. They buy, sell, trade. Beetlejuice. Kind of resembles Captain Kirk's chair here on the Enterprise. Imagine having that in your game room, in your living room. It's the old Challenge of the Super Friends, the Legion of Doom. Looks like it's $70. This is awesome. I will definitely be back here again to check this out. There's stuff just comes and goes here as you see the buy and sell. Happy 8 Collectibles. Interested on how their sister store at Gurney Mills is also. If you live in Wisconsin, if you're in the Milwaukee area, even the Madison area, stop out here. They have everything here. I didn't cover everything. We'd be here all day. Awesome store. The South Ridge entrance behind me. Awesome store. Check them out. The staff there were amazing. Very cool. They let me film in there. I'm gonna be back there again. There's so much good stuff in there. We saw a great sale a couple of days ago, earlier this week, on a big Arcade1up, actually a shack size Arcade1up. Best Buy just ran a 24-hour sale on the Shaquille O'Neal NBA Jam, currently at $699.99. The 24-hour sale was $399.99, $300 off. And I've been stating that, you know, if it does drop that far, I'm gonna pick this up. A lot of people took advantage of that. They picked it up. But this is what kept me from doing that. Right next to NBA Jam is the Terminator 2 for $315.99. And just stepping back here on this image that's under that kiosk, $315.99 was also the same price as the Golden Tee 3D, which is no longer showing up here. We have our Deluxe for $449.99. that's running through Father's Day. NFL Blitz, and the two Infinity tables, the 32 and the 18, I almost said 24. Shack Jam. I am speculating, I'm guaranteeing we will see this price show up for Shack Jam. Michael B, the Game Genie, just did a review on his Pac-Mania that he purchased in Canada on sale around Christmas time for $299. Now, Canadian dollars. Converted to ours, he said would be a $199 US dollars. This is $399.99 for an open boxed item. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, they're not gonna take this apart and put it into a box like that. $399.99, I mean, and just going towards the same game lineup is on the Deluxe for $449.99 on sale. No riser. Online. This is online too. BOE monitor, recessed monitor. Michael B said this is the worst monitor on an Arcade1up he's ever seen. Now, when we're standing in front of it, you're seeing kind of a washout right here. I'm not seeing that. It's showing up on camera just because of the angle it's on. When you're playing it, it's not terrible, but the blacks, I will agree with him. It does. It's like a gray. When looking at the Deluxe right around the corner from it, literally back to back to that Pac-Mania, you have the BOE, you have the recessed monitor for $449.99. Currently the sale, which we just talked about when we got over here, this is the way to go as far as I'm concerned. Unless you were going to get this at an incredible price, and I'm just looking on the back side of here, you're going to see that tag, open box, but that should be $199.99 tops, maybe even lower, maybe a $149.99 for that cabinet. I mean, $200 for that might be a little bit high. I want to take another look. Something I didn't notice until he did his review was the artwork on the Pac-Mania. Looks really good. I never noticed this before. I'm just gonna walk back over to this other side. I have a really good shot of it here. You know, when I'm over here talking about the Deluxe, and just sometimes there's a lot more boxes here, and I'll say, hey, you know, the Pac-Mania is still here. I never really appreciated, and this is thanks to Michael B's review, is just looking at all that attention to detail on the Pac-Mania game itself. This is some great artwork. Now, he did say that this is lower than the actual, but as you see how narrow it gets, this is what Michael B was talking about. I'm not trying to take his review away from him, but his review did show something that I miss the 9,000 times I've covered this machine. I really like this artwork on the side. I'm not saying this is a terrible arcade. It's just the fact that this is, come on, save $100. $149.99 and an open box. This is what this should go for. Everyone has came up here, messed around with all of these, and you're gonna have to change out the marquee. I mean, this is a Joe Sabos. You're gonna clip something right over here. It's not a perfect arcade. You're not gonna get this and say, I'm completely done with this. You will be completely done if you went with that version. We saw the used cabinets at Happy 8 Collectibles. Incredible store. I had no idea we were gonna see that lineup of action figures there, the signs. everything there, and I couldn't even cover it all. I did get a hint that there were going to be a couple of Arcade1ups there. I was looking for that Final Fight arcade. Now, I wish I could get $550 for any used cabinet that I'm selling. It's a steep price for nostalgia. I mean, you're not going to find a Final Fight cabinet or even that original Gallic. There's just something magical about walking into a store like we're seeing these 3 cabinets. And there's an impulse of, you know, I want to walk away with this. You're seeing that the $449.99 for the MK2. My issue though is when you walk in, I mean, this looks pretty good. I'm going to get to one issue on there. The marquee is never on here, and I don't know if they just didn't plug it in or if there's something just wrong with that. With here, you're going to see that Boeing. And when I went to the Best Buy at Mayfair a video or two ago, there was no dust protector. I think when a store was going to sell this, just to have, you know, so the ball was sitting on top of here, and I pointed out there was no dust protector. I mean, if you get that gummed up, if you get it dirty, I mean, that's huge. My NBA Jam was an open boxed item, and I had to really clean that out because I don't know where it sat for so long, but there's a reason they're putting these dust protectors on here. And it's just that if you're at a store and you see something like that, you know, they want to make it look as good as you can to sell it. You don't have a bow here. Make sure you have a dust protector, and make sure the marquee works. Most episodes, most videos that I'm going to cover on the Walk and Talks from here till the end of July are all going to be sales. This is the time of year I've been waiting for, and a lot of other people have been waiting for. When's the right time to buy some of this stuff? My opinion on a $449.99 sale for a deluxe cabinet, I think this has the potential of dropping to $399.99. Is it going to happen in July? Maybe. This is what Best Buy is selling. They're selling us deluxe lineups right now. They want to get rid of these. They want to get rid of Shack Jam. They want to get rid of NFL Blitz. These are still here. Not physically in this store, but they're not sold out online. They're sold out from Arcade1up Direct, but Target, Kohl's, Best Buy, they all have Shack Jam. Well, you missed your sale on it, Phil. I didn't. They're gonna drop it back again. There's still cabinets available, and this happened with Killer Instinct. You think that they'd sell out all Killer Instinct at $299? Well, there's still Killer Instinct available. There's going to be more sales on all of this stuff, but going forward, they want to hold on to the deluxe. If you really want a deluxe cabinet, if you really want the class of '81, the Mortal Kombat 2, or the Pac-Man, $449.99 is a great price. The potential of it going $399.99, I think it could happen. It might be closer to fall. I would say if you have the money, pick one up now. There's nothing new coming out. iiRcades are sold out. We're gonna see sales on other cabinets, XLs, cabinets with risers, $315.99. These are the deals that we're gonna see. There's 2 cabinets are available that I'm interested in. It's the Golden Axe and it's Shack Jam. But they both got to be closer to the $300 range. And in return, I would have to sell my OG NBA Jam. That's what I'm speculating on. Those are going to be the sales. That's what they're going to be pushing June and July. And it looks like we have another Turtles game coming out, another Shredder's Revenge, but with extra characters coming to all the major systems. Something to look forward to, along with there's a Sonic, all the OG, all the original games coming out for all the major systems. There's a pre-order available for Best Buy right now for $39.99. I'm guessing that the Shredder's Revenge, I'm not seeing Shredder's Revenge, but seeing the Cowabunga collection reminded me of it, will probably be in that same price range. Nothing new coming out like we just talked about. This is the time to pick up any cabinets that you have been waiting for them to drop. We'll cover sales. There's a bunch of us that post when a price drops. There's a lot of these 24-hour sales that happen at Best Buy, but once we get closer to July, they'll tend to stay up a couple of days, maybe even a week, giving us options on what cabinets to pick up. So you see Father's Day gifts here. Big movie coming out here, available right now. A lot of people have seen that. I have yet to see that new Spider-Man movie. Got to get to the movies. What I'm hearing, a lot of people love it, but you're hearing it from me that there's going to be a bunch of sales coming. And I always say, you know, when a sale hits, be ready for a new cabinet. I don't think we're going to see anything for another month at least. So if you are waiting for something to drop and you can afford it, just pick it up. Don't put it off. Don't miss out on a deal. There's time before we get new cabinets in anyways. You know, when something new comes out, you don't have to pay full price, because 2 months later you're gonna get these sales. I'm not convinced that other retailers are you're just gonna go online one day and see Shack Jams drop down to the $3.99 or lower. $3.15 is gonna be in store at Best Buy. What gives it away is that ticket system. There's no cabinets here. I was hoping to still come across a Shack Jam just to see it in a store. There was one at the Best Buy that we were at last week. That one has sold now because of the $3.99 sale. But if there is a ticket in a Best Buy, those are those in-store sales. And this is something that we might only see at Best Buy. They're gonna wanna get rid of Shack Jam very soon. They don't really wanna have these older cabinets. I mean, it's not that old, but they don't wanna have these sitting around just like T2. That's been $3.15 for like the last month and a half. I saw the same thing with Golden T3D. Until they're completely sold out, they had that ticket there. You go to a store and say, hey, I want to buy it for this price. They'll sell it to you. There might be a catch where you have to pick it up in store versus shipping it to your house for something that gets that low towards the 300 range. But I'm telling you, trust me, when that baby hits 300, we're here enough. I will let everybody know, and that's when I'm gonna pick up NBA Shack Jam. Thanks everybody for watching. We got another walk and talk coming out couple of days. I got something really special planned, something different. We're gonna check out more arcades and talk about the 3 big companies. I'll see you guys next time. And those sales are for the same lineups that we've been watching. Mayhem Brawler's still at the 50% off, and then other games 25% off. Was hoping that Brock the Investigator would be on sale, but not yet. There's hope to come though. I'm interested in picking up the Sega titles. Gonna go ahead and get Shadow Dancer. And just see how fast this goes from our success here on the purchase. Purchase the game. And just like that, Shadow Dancer has installed. Super fast process here when you're purchasing online. Just want to showcase this every time while this sale is going on. So when's a good time to buy? Right now is a good time to buy iiRcade games. As far as Best Buy, it's hard to pass up those 24-hour sales. They're gonna give us something just a little bit better towards July. But I think the best prices will be in that $2.99 price range, so don't think you overpaid for games like Killer Instinct. If you can pick up some of these at $2.99, it's a great deal. But we're gonna see just a little bit better prices coming, and you'll see a lot of people, including myself, letting everybody know when these prices hit.